Crypto fam, to number one daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be sharing the latest astrology for the broskies, as well as breaking news. El Salvador buys 12 more Bitcoin in a day, bringing their reserve to 6,068 BTC. Also breaking news, ARK Invest confirms that Bitcoin is on pace to meet its 2030 price target of 1.5 million per coin. Also, Sailor tweeted, big strategy day with the B symbolizing Bitcoin. So big earnings report being announced by MicroStrategy today. We'll also be discussing monthly Bitcoin production drops as the miners fight the rising hash rate. As you know, hash rate hit a new all-time high. Price follows the hash. Also, Rainforest Foundation, US NGO, plans a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Also, Ohio Senator introduces the state's second bill for the Bitcoin reserve. This is the second time. We'll also be discussing the Bitcoin reserve review, a top priority for the Trump administration, according to the crypto czar, David Sachs, which was breaking news yesterday. We'll also be discussing the Bitcoin price will rise to 500,000 per coin before Trump leaves office in 2028, according to Standard Chartered Bank. And the largest shareholder of that company happens to be BlackRock. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more in today's show. Shout out everyone in the live chat, JV early stream. We've been early all week. Shout out James LC. Shout out Chris. Let's get it. A great BTFD opportunity for Shizzle. Shout out Shelton. What it do? Won't last long. These Bitcoin hooligans will show up and buy. Fantastical, of course. Shout out VZ. FADIL. What it do? So yeah, 2028, if you're referring to the headline, because Trump leaves office by 2028. So they're ultimately saying they believe Bitcoin will hit 500,000 per coin by the year 2028. And I'll break that down for you later in the stream as it's our feature story. Lots to share, lots of headlines, exciting times. Welcome, everybody. It's freaking freezing raining. Oh, no. Puerto Rico, I know you'll be here in Puerto Rico any day. 3 more days into the 100K. Bitcoin Fiesta, which I'm very excited about. It's going to be a very historic, epic event. Of course, we're going to be partying with the broskies. And of course, the bitty baddies. Shout out to OG Back Row Crypto Bootleg. What it do? I'm going to go ahead and pin the stream to the top of my X profile. If you guys can comment and quote the live stream, let people know we're live. I can repost that. We can orange pill more of the masses and get more eyeballs on the stream. And you're going to notice it. A little proof of work action Jackson for you. It is officially pinned to the top of the profile. So go ahead and get the liking and commenting, and I appreciate it in advance. Shout out to the Harry Balls, member of the show, holding it down. 100,000 in 3 days. Thank you, Sato. Yeah, we just revisit 100K every day. We did yesterday. We did the day before. The same day we hit like 91.5, the following day, I should say. That was in the evening. We freaking hit 102. That was a God candle within a few hours. Fantastical. And then, of course, we cracked it back down. And then yesterday we started the stream and we got back above 100, flipped it to a pump watch. It's like deja vu. It's like Groundhog's Day in this piece. But anyways, shout out to the Bitcoin Sports Network. Appreciate the comments and the quotes. Yeah, earlier I was attending a friend's event held by the Puerto Rico Blockchain Association, and I got there first. I think I was the first one there. Yeah, I mean, I dropped my daughter off at school at like 7:30, and by 8 o'clock the doors were open. Now it's packed. There's like 300 people there. But excellent event, by the way. I'm going to actually head back there after I pick up my daughter from school, and then I'm going to orange pill her and take her to the conference. So yeah, that's where I was this morning. Let me know if any of you guys are out there. The name of the conference is called Build Here, and it's hosted at the La Concha Renaissance over in Condado, San Juan. Excellent property, by the way. Excellent event. They had an amazing, breakfast and some coffee and things of that nature. It's sponsored by Kraken, so they had the compliance officers from the top exchanges and representatives from all over, people with obviously blockchain initiatives. So showing our support there, and I'm very excited. And shout out Catherine Weaver. Greatly appreciate it. Just reposted you. I'm going to hit you guys with the theme music. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day maybe I need a life. But Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Welcome everyone to the live stream. Happy Hump Day. Midweek here, Wednesday, February 5th. Shout out Sheldon. Join JV and the ZNA crew for the best in crypto news alerts. I appreciate that, brother. Just reposted you. All comments and quotes get reposted. That's how we hack the algorithm. That's how we hack the matrix. And that's how we get Bitcoin to $1 million per coin. This month is going to be a rocket fest. Let's go. February is the greatest month of the year. Shout out all the Aquarians out there. Mikey Saylor, Isabella, we celebrated their birthdays yesterday. Max Geyser's an Aquarian, and Paris Hilton. All the greats. I'm in my pajamas outside with my fishing boots. Your fishing boots, eh? You doing some ice fishing out there? 100K times 100K. Run the math. Where does that take us? Is that like 100 million, or is that like, it's got to be a big number, whatever it is. Let me pull out the handy dandy calculator. You got me intrigued. You know, when you do the big numbers, you got to flip it sideways because there's more characters. 100. So 100,000, is it? Yeah, 100,000 times 100, I think is going to be, 10 million. But like, what about 100,000 times 100,000? That's going to be an insane number, but I'm worthy to put it in the calculator here. Oh my God. These numbers are astronomical. I don't even know how to read them out loud. But anyways, my birthday is February 17th. Love it. Another fellow Aquarian. Sitting on the beach with my brewski, stacking his sats. Harry Balls is living his best life. If we can all be like Harry Balls, we'd have peace on earth. You know what I mean? Just sit on the beach with a brewski for the broskies. Of course. Laser Cat, they're giving some more chances to stack. Exactly. This is a blessing from Satoshi. Sub 100,000, more than 1,000 sats per dollar is a win. Oh my God, the Nippinator okay? Yeah, he's all right. I mean, I just took him on a long walk. He's probably tired. I don't know where he disappeared to. I'm a Pisces. Oh, okay. Yeah, later on in February, flips to Pisces. You're right. You're right. Well, anyways, fam, welcome everyone just joining the live stream. I am live on X. I'm live on Rumble. I am live on YouTube. And we have a lot to share, a lot of things happening in the crypto sphere, as you guys already know. Shout out KZY Crypto, just reposted your broski. Keep the comments flowing, but let's kick this mofo off. If you're new to the channel, important to smash the likes, go ahead, subscribe, then hit that bell icon, turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto newsletters every single day, 7 days a week, just like this, including hump days. And today is pod episode 1897. I'm your host, JV. It's February 5th, 2025. A lot going on in the market. Lots of volatility. It's like we recapture 100,000 every day when I go live. It seems to be this way. The current all-time high was on Inauguration Day, Jan 20th in the morning before Trump got inaugurated. We hit the current price discovery level of 109.3. Once we break that, I think we're smooth sailing, 120 to 130 price range. But right now we're stuck at 100 being the hump on hump day. Go figure. But anyways, let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. You see Bitcoin pull back just a little bit, maintaining above 98.2. Lots of volatility in a market. We have Ether down 1%, XRP down 6%. Most of the alts correcting and in the red. And checking out CoinMarketCap.com. We have a market cap of 3.23 trillion. We have a Bitcoin market cap of 1.944 trillion, and we got roughly 158 billion worth of volume for the past 24 hours. And the Bitcoin dominance maintaining above 60% at 60.3%. Ether dominance, same as yesterday, 10.4%. And checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours. Ironic enough, yesterday it was Melania coin leading the pack. Today it's Trump coin. Up 7%, very modest for a top gainer because virtually everything's correcting and in the red. But Trump coin's up, but it's still trading at less than $19. I believe the top on this one is somewhere between 70 to 75. So a lot of investors got wrecked there as I anticipated. And we also have Litecoin up 3% and Gala up 2%, and then a scam token by the name of FTT coin up 2%. Go figure. But which alts, if any, are you bullish on for the bull? Holla. And checking out the crypto bubbles, we get the visual perspective on the day for the broskies. And as you can see, Rec City, like 90% of the market in the red. Zooming out on the monthly, does it get any better? No, it actually gets worse. Some of these alts are down 20, 30, 40, 50%. So be careful with the shitcoinery, broskies. And checking out the crypto greed and fear index. Today we're at 54, back in neutral. Yesterday 72, last week is 72, and last month is 76. Extreme greed. And today you can exchange one fiat monopoly dollar for 1,021 sats. We're on block height number 882,418. We have 167,582 blocks until the next halving. So put down the gats, pick up the sats, and pick up some Bitcoin caps from my boy Sergio. Get a custom Bukele camouflage cap over at bitcoincaps.net. Let them know JV sent you. Good morning, sweet Biddy McGee. Good to have you here, brother. My birthday is always the Ides of March. That's what's up. My birthday falls on the 13th every 7 years. What do you mean? Your birthday changes the date? Oh, on a Friday. I see. Yeah, that changed. I thought you meant the date, like the 13th change. I'm scratching my head over here. Like, how does that happen? It will rise, you poor people. What do we call those who hodl the fiat currency in the bank and trust the bankers? We call them stupid. We call them stupid. I'm trying to be nice. I'm like, poor is not the nicest term to call them. I'm like, stupid's not exactly nice, but it's more reflective of reality. Maybe we can call them ignorant. There's a kinder way of putting it. We call them ignorant. Ignorance is bliss. We call it ignorance is bliss. How about that? JV, where are the mods today? Sleeping. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Where are the mods when you need them? I'm sure they're here in the background. It's all good. They're just waiting for someone to mess up, thinking there's no mods here. And before you know it, mess them up. Max Kaiser and I share a birthday. Oh, my God. Same exact day, broski. Yeah, we were celebrating Max's birthday last week. He just turned 65. Shout out to Max Kaiser, the one and only. Like an ex-girlfriend, I don't call them. Right? Sweet Biddy McGee in the building. I've got the lucky bet I am going to share with you guys, a coin that is not even out yet. Oh, boy. What do we got here now? Is it Melania 2.0? Thank you, Catherine. Just checking the X feed again, and we'll continue. I'm actually going to just pull up the live charts. I'm not going to bore you with TA stories because, I mean, it's like the same thing every day while we're stuck at this price range. It's like we're going to go back above 100. We got to get back above 106, and then we'll hit the price discovery at 109, and then before you know it, will be 120, 130. But let's pull up some of the live charts. Shout out Warrior and everyone with the comments. I'm going to flip back to you guys when we cover the next TA. Let's just pull up some of the live charts. Just give me a second to pull her up for you. You should be able to see this on your screen via TradingView via Coinbase. As you can see, this is the 1 hour chart. 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutive red candles heading downwards for the past 4 hours. As you can see, reflective of the chart. Checking out the 4 hour chart. This is live and in the flesh. You can see we still have that $130,000 target in play, which is a beautiful thing. We do have some bear targets you got to be aware of, all the way down to 68. I think it was Arthur Hayes, just Blaze, who said we can go revisit 70,000. I don't think that happens, but I am also open-minded enough to understand anything can happen, right? Like, I don't have a crystal ball, and there's no guarantee or certainty we wake up tomorrow, and that's just the dead honest truth. So be prepared for all scenarios. And do you have a strategy if we did crash to stack more sats? And do you have a strategy? Do you have enough Bitcoin to where you'll feel good if we raise right up to 130,000 this month? Prepare accordingly. You know what I mean? And zooming out, we'll check out the daily chart. You can see big red candle forming, unfortunately. Yesterday was a big green candle. Like clockwork, as we continue to trade sideways here, starting off February. And zooming out from the daily, let's check out the 1 week chart. We have the sexy cup and handle target in play, sitting at 124 G's. Baby. And I think we hit that here in February. I mean, I'm optimistic. It's my favorite month of the year. I may be biased, but it is what it is. And zooming out from the weekly, we check out the monthly. The monthly chart shows thus far, February thus far is red for the week, but we're only 5 days deep. December, itty bitty green. November was the itty bitty corrective. I'm sorry, January was the itty bitty green. December was the itty bitty red. And then the big bull Godzilla candle, the biggest we have seen on the monthly chart, was in November. But there you have it, yo. Let me know your thoughts. And should I also show some of this? Yeah, let me share with you Actually, let's switch it up and go back to the comments, and we'll go back to that afterwards. It's all good in the hood, if you feel what I'm saying. El Salvador just purchased another 12 Bitcoin. Let's go. Even in the midst of the IMF FUD. So 70,000 only if Iran does not accept Donald's offer. And we're not talking Ronald McDonald, are we? Wall Street Pepe is my lucky bet. How many countries mentioned interest in investing in the biddy? That's a fantastic question. I don't know the exact number, but I think as far as U.S. states, there's now over 15. And we're going to be discussing Ohio as one of them here today, as well as a foundation planning to use a strategic Bitcoin reserve as the Bitcoin adoption game theory. Global hash wars continue all over the world, biddy broskies. But you guys already know that. But let me check my X feed again, and shout out Shandy10 Music, #1 Bitcoin music channel. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the one and only. Bitcorn is power to the people. Shout out to the Bitcorn, the only non-GMO corn available on planet Earth. I gobble it all up. It's delicious. Exactly. MAGA, make alts great again. That's actually hilarious. And that would be actually pretty accurate based upon his actions, launching a Trump coin before inauguration, launching Melania coin 24 hours after, purchasing ETH, Eric Trump posting about ETH being fantastic, Max responding, ETH is an unregistered security, preaching the truth. There's the link to Chandy's channel, guys. Show her some love. We're actually going to play some Chandy music, and I'm going to repost you guys from my secondary account. Welcome, everyone.
They flew through the FUD. They knew they were Luna bound. They played in and slung a little mud. What they did was have each other six and spit out the Bitcoin sound. They spread hope with their Dragon fam, singing ditty jammy jams, working with their fifth Lev G, Dragon family, JVC and Nate family. Hodl gang Dragon, so legendary. They flew through wars and political storms, Satoshi armed fire-breathing champions of the big...
By the way, where my Bitcoin dragons at? Make some motherfucking noise. We got 400 people on the stream. Again, we're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. I will be streaming over the course of the next couple of hours, and this is going to be a fun show. So yeah, make some noise. Let's dive into our next story of the day. Discuss El Salvador after the freeze frame, of course. And headline here reads, El Salvador buys 12 of the biddy in a day, bringing the reserve to 6,068 BTC. Take that, IMF. F the IMF. We don't need them, eh? F the IMF. We gonna be okay. El Salvador has again stocked up his growing Bitcoin reserve, buying 12 of the biddy in the last day amid the dip of the crypto markets. BTFD Bukele. The country bought 11 Bitcoin on February 4th, my favorite number, for just over 1.1 million. Removed a decimal, it's another 1111. That's an 11111111. An average price of 101,000 per Bitcoin. It later purchased an additional 1 Bitcoin for 99 Gs, according to the government's Bitcoin Office Tracker. It brings the Central American country's holdings to a total of 6,068 of the biddy, valued at over 554 million at today's prices. El Salvador stacked 21 of the biddy this week, the Bitcoin Office said. Shout out to the Bitcoin Office, which is ran by the one and only Stacey Herbert, which also showed the country had purchased 60 BTC over the past 30 days. So my question for you, since Bukele accepted the IMF deal for the $1.4 billion loan, did they cut back on Bitcoin adoption, or have they increased it? You answer, broskies. The first strategic Bitcoin reserve in the world keeps growing, and so El Salvador keeps a winning. That's a W. Shout out to the Bitcoin Office. Bitcoin fell to a 24-hour low of 96 Gs, but we're currently back above 98 at the time of the live in that ballpark. The other day, we flipped all the way down to 91, flash crash, and then within a few hours, we're right back at 102. The extra Bitcoin buys comes after President Bukele struck that $1.4 billion financing agreement with the IMF last month, where he agreed his government would step back from some of its Bitcoin initiatives. Some of the changes made by the country included making private sector acceptance of Bitcoin voluntary. Now, I have to address this because it was always voluntary. You have the option when you visit Bitcoin country, or if you live there, to pay with Bitcoin or US dollars. And some vendors are not accepting Bitcoin. I know, because I had ice cream for dessert, and I asked a local ice cream vendor, do you accept Bitcoin? And she said, no. And so what I do, I paid with cash. So locals have the option. They weren't forced to only use Bitcoin as a form of payment. People get to choose. Some of them do it, some of them don't. It's hit or miss. So some of this wording is very misleading. But one of the things I did get the inside scoop on is a lot of the locals aren't big fans of the Shivo wallet, and they are going to unwind this private sector wallet, which is not necessary. There's alternatives which are superior. You have the Strike wallet, which is Jack Muller's company, which has their headquarters in El Salvador. You also have Exodus, and you can use any Lightning wallet. It's irrelevant. You don't have to use the government-endorsed private sector Shivo wallet. However, I'm also aware of the benefits. They eat the fees. I know because I hung out with some gangsters that are doing their thing. Some badasses, when I say gangsters, that actually run shop over there, and they straight up told me, if you use the Shivo wallet, it eats the fees. That's one of the advantages. However, when I purchased the pupusas for 10 cents, want to know my Lightning Network fee, because I use the Exodus wallet? 2 pennies. Instant transaction. I just scanned the barcode from that guy's phone, the vendor who received it with the Shivo wallet, $10 transaction, 2 penny fee, instant. So, I mean, I'm not complaining. 2 pennies for a transaction fee, no problem. But anyways, Reuters reported Jan 29th that El Salvador's Congress swiftly approved legislation to amend the Bitcoin laws to comply with the IMF deal, which Bukele had sent just minutes earlier. My understanding is Bukele is playing 5D chess, and he is able to just purchase more Bitcoin, which his actions have shown us since striking the deal. Going from purchasing 1 Bitcoin a day, hey, let's do 11. Let's do 12. And that's precisely what's happening. So it sounds like they're making it even faster. The adoption, that's the bigger picture. Who cares about them winding down the Shivo wallet? Who cares? The bigger picture is they're stacking sats, and that's what it's all about, and that's what the United States needs to do. Now, National Bitcoin Office Director Stacey Herbert, the one and only, shared in December to say that the country's Bitcoin plans have not changed. And I can echo that sentiment because I was just there. I was speaking to the local people, and that's precisely correct. And you can look at Bukele's actions versus the FUD, which the IMF likes to spread, which we know is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. They don't like Bitcoin, the IMF, and they're trying to make it seem bad and that if Bukele did all the wrong things so that other countries don't adopt it. It's called FUD. Now, the Bitcoin office spokesperson also shared that the country intends to keep buying Bitcoin with plans to intensify in 2025. And I read you one of the quotes from Max regarding Bukele's plan of purchasing so many tens of thousands of Bitcoin. So they're not slowing down. Adoption is not slowing down. Don't get it twisted. Bukele just has more ammo to buy more of the biddy. Simple and plain. And also, ARK Invest just confirmed that Bitcoin is on pace to meet its 2030 price target. And if you remember, the bull case for 2030 is 1.5 milli, and their base case is 710 milli, while their bear scenario is 300,000 per coin. Let me know if you agree, disagree with Kathy Wood and ARK Invest. And also, Mikey Saylor, very cryptic earlier today, he tweeted, big strategy day, and obviously the B in big is a Bitcoin, and I think there's supposed to be a earnings report for MicroStrategy today, so let's see what the big news is. Stay posted there, family, and again, welcome everyone, anyone just joining the live stream, good to have you here, live and in the flesh. Shout out to the Cosmocom. What it do, brother? All the way down, 15.5, they can't touch my bags. Bitcoin's next stop is 140, and that's only a piss stop. JV's birthday is coming up, 6 more days. You're right. Is Bitcoin a good stock? I love it, Dusty Hunt. Yes, it is. Do you want to double your money, quadruple your money every 4 years? Put it in the Bitcoin piggy bank. Clickety, clank, clickety, clank. The fiat goes into my Bitcoin piggy bank. It's called cold storage. No more porridge. No more Mickey D's. No more bagging groceries for me. We're Bitcoin OGs. But, we got the power of attorney. Sorry, state scumbags. Hey now.
Coin sharing the message, lighting Bitcoin flames, fire breathing truth, preaching, fighting for financial hope and currency change. Music lit, words so hot only a dragon could spit. Lit, lit, rip, rip, lit, lit, rip, rip. Fiat was burning and Bitcoin was on fire. The tide was turning, they had spent some time learning. They had a yearning for victory through the earning. They had tickets for an outer space flight, launching from a VIP dragon-only rocket station. Prep for feeling a Milky Way high kind of delight. Doing da-dung moon, just a pit stop, but they had to be patient. The Bitcoin Dragon team isn't weak. They're not greedy, they are unique. They're not sheep.
Well, yeah, dragons aren't sheep.
Da-da-diddy doing, so they knew they were.
It's true. I've never met a cheap dragon. Never. Not even one time. So, I mean, it's pretty accurate, the lyrics there. And shout out all my Bitcoin dragons. Where you at? Good job, fat cat, says Diana. They can't take mom's house from us now. I'm like Happy Gilmore buying that grandma's house. Respect, brother. Power of attorney helps a lot, says Diana. And we got like 20 witnesses. That surely is just difficult to remember right on. What up, JV? What up, Serge? How's life in New York treating you, brother? What's the countdown when you get into Puerto Rico? Is it tomorrow? I know it's around the corner. Bitty bitty dong dong. That's right, sweet Bitty McGee. You make my bitty go da-doing, doing, doing. I ain't never seen a bitty like that. You make my bitty go. Bitty doing doing. Guys, I hate my job. I am ready to go all in on the crypto. Which coin is the way to go? I thought you never asked, Sleep. It's called Bitcoin. Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. That's it. Hodl thy Bitcoin. But you know what? Don't quit your job yet. If you're just starting in Bitcoin, it's going to take some time. I'll keep it 100. You can't just quit your job. You got to work your ass off. In fact, double up, work more hours, get a secondary job. I think we call that moonlighting. That's what I used to do when I was younger. I just hustle like a motherfucker and save up, because the more money you save, the more you can put in your Bitcoin savings. Bitcoin is savings technology. But if you don't have extra surplus money, right, then you can never get ahead. So you need to save whatever it is and put it in Bitcoin and treat Bitcoin as your piggy bank. And don't touch it for 8 years. And let's revisit the conversation and trust. Eventually, you'll be able to walk away from your job if you take advantage of it now. It's only going to get more difficult over time because the bitty price is only going to be that much more grandeur. You know what I mean? Shout out Watts Miner. I'm so excited for the future. When will I be sticking my Bitcoin and living off the yield from it? I guess you mean stacking or sticking to, I don't know, stacking the bitty, stacking the pretty little bitty. I mean, in my humble opinion, I don't care if you're worth $100 million. Now is the time to take advantage of this, because when Bitcoin's $1 million, it's going to be 10 times more difficult to stack. Facts. No matter what you got, you just keep going, right? You hustle now. You work now so you don't have to ever work again a day in your life later. Put it in now while you still can. Granted, you can walk and you're not in a wheelchair or walking with a cane. You got 2 legs and 2 feet, 2 arms, 10 phalanges, 20 phalanges. Get to work. Never take a day for granted. I don't understand lazy people. I've never had a lazy bone in my body. That's my superpower. I work harder than the average person, and I'm consistent. And those 2 things give me the superpower of having the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Because who else is going to do a show every day, 7 days a week, 365 days per year, right? Who else is going to be as consistent? Nobody. Simple. It's the little things that create the big advantage, because you do it over a long time. And the same with Bitcoin. It's like a Bitcoin yield. You save in Bitcoin for the next 8-10 years. And even if you're only putting away a few bucks here and there, that shit adds up exponentially over time. The same thing with your effort. That's why don't be lazy in your youth, or even if you're not in your youth. Like I say, as long as you can walk, hustle, work hard. I wouldn't be thinking about when I can quit my job. I'd be thinking, what other ways can I make money? Can I work for Bitcoin? You know what I mean? What kind of side hustle can I get so I can stack more of the bitty? What can I do at nighttime? Even if I didn't have a car, I'd be like, what can I do online to make some fucking cash to put it in Bitcoin now when Bitcoin's sub 100,000? Because if I do that in 10 years and Bitcoin is 20 million a coin, that's a lot less sats. And you're going to be older. Just using common sense, broskies. We got to think different than the rest of the masses if you really want to get ahead in life, right? Don't do what average people do. Please, do the opposite, right? If someone says, I'm watching the Super Bowl on Sunday, yay, don't fucking watch it. Just maybe watch Kendrick Lamar during the halftime show if you're a Kendrick fan, but do the polar opposite of what everyone else does. Don't involve yourself in the rituals that the rest of the world, you know what I mean, are doing, because they're satanic. And I dare say the Super Bowl is satanic. The Grammys are satanic. The Emmys are satanic. If Hollywood is involved, it's satanic. Why involve yourself with these satanic rituals, right? When you can just unplug from that motherfucker and just be like, I'm doing my own thing. I'm tuned into JV today. Fuck the Super Bowl. I like those apples. Roger that. I know I'm ranting here, but this is a divine download. Hopefully this message strikes home with one of you guys. I do 50-50. Whatever I make for my job, I put 50% into the bidding. It's been working. Love to hear that. My Bitcoin's working for me now. Exactly. Wealthy people don't work for money. Kiyosaki taught us this. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Has money work for us. How do you get money to work for us? You stack the biddy, you save in Bitcoins, the greatest savings ever exist in mankind. Hands down, mic drop, game over. We're going to buy a smoker on the wheels and go to the shows and make $30,000 a day. I'm going to pump it into the biddy. The higher the powers are involved, the secret religion. Yeah. Cringe rant. Well, to each their own, James. To each their own. The message clearly was not for you. So be it. I run 3 businesses, no time for the rituals. Just time for the JV Live. Exactly. Let this one be your ritual. Allow me to wash your brain. AKA get brainwashed with Bitcoin. Or you can choose to get brainwashed by the lamestream media. You can choose to get brainwashed from whomever. But choose your brainwashing selectively. I'm finished fixing the furnace. How long was that? 10 minutes? Not bad. Exactly, brother. But anyways, let's continue with the news. Let me see where we left off. I was getting into that rant. But next story of the day, let's discuss. Oh, and FYI, I forgot to update the sidebar, so ignore that. This is the same topics from yesterday's stream. I forgot to update it, so just ignore what you see on the right for today. My apologies. But next headline, monthly Bitcoin production drops as miners fight the rising hash rate. That's right. The hash rate just hit a new all-time high. The Bitcoin miners reported a drop of the monthly production as the mining difficulty as the computational power required to confirm the BD transactions to mine the new blocks continue to increase. Bitcoin production for prominent Bitcoin miners include Hut 8, Marathon, and Bitfarms saw a dip in January compared to the last month of 2024. In contrast, Riot platforms recorded a 2.1% increase of the BD production and now bucking the trend. And throughout January, the difficulty of the Bitcoin network ranged around the all-time high value of 110 trillion. The difficulty in producing new blocks have increased 27.8% since the last halving event on April 20th, 2024. Foreseeing this need for increased computational power, Bitcoin miners have been upgrading their equipment and streamlining their business operations to remain profitable. Compared to December of 2024, Hut 8's monthly Bitcoin production dropped 27% as it mined 65 BD in January. Similarly, Marathon and Bitfarms recorded 12.5% and 4.7% decrease in monthly Bitcoin production, respectively. Riot platforms commissioned a new mining facility over in Texas in January to initiate the larger scale 1 gigawatt development for their Bitcoin mining. As they shared in their announcement from their CEO, the Corsiana facility reached a deployed hash rate of 15.7 exahashes per second towards the end of the month. We also continue to see strong results from the newly deployed miners and immersion systems reflected in the significant improvement in our operational hash rate and utilization rates. Meanwhile, Asher, the CEO of Hut 8, announced the new completion of the infrastructure upgrades that should improve its overall mining capacity in the coming weeks. And on the other hand, the Bitcoin mining hash rate is expected to decline due to the reduction in mining difficulty and fewer pre-orders for the hardware mining. And mining difficulty fell to 108 in the last week of January, while maintaining a hash rate of approximately 832 terahashes per second. So there you have it. And if you don't know, now you know. And how many of you are actually mining Bitcoin? Do let me know. Well, damn, I wish I can go up or down, but not sideways. Sometimes it is what it is.
Weren't done with their work, no time to take a vacay. But soon they did pause to applaud the 100K. Puerto Rico bound, the dragon wings rested, and they were taking it easy on a private jet. Whoa, undergunning in Puerto Rico. Then they got back to work. You can't stall or tame a Bitcoin dragon. A number 10 mountain bird dragon. Whenever back down to CNA dragon will always stand its ground, breathing fire to protect the house, the hodl house. These dragons were given the gift of a flame meant to light the world orange.
That's right. We light the world orange. Shout out Adriana Vasquez. Appreciate the comment on the stream. Again, all comments and quotes will get reposted. Shout out Brandon Martin, my homie. Hey now. Appreciate you, brother. Just reposted that. And thank you for all your reposts and all the support, all the love. You're my homie. And yeah, thank you guys. You know I am mining 580 terahashes per second, says Watts Miner. Word, up is great, down for the dip. Yeah, that's the point. We win no matter what. All we do is win. It's in our DNA as Bitcoiners. Thank you, Warrior113. Appreciate it, brother.
Painting a brighter picture with the Bitcoin vision. Oh, dragon, never underestimate a Bitcoin dragon's God-guided passion or its loyalty to humanity and Satoshi. Dragons, our flame is your light burning bright on fire, guiding you to the Bitcoin truth, the Satoshi light. Oh, yeah! 2024, year of the dragon, hear it roar. Bitcoin, hear it roar. Dragons, hear them roar.
Let me hear your roar. I don't know where the new chairman went. I guess he's getting shit done today. So, ahoy, JB and the CNA Pirate crew. Sorry I was delayed. I was pillaging the cheap biddies. You got to get the pillage on when you got to get the pillage on. No need to apologize, brother. Why is Bitcoin going to 500,000? Stay tuned. That's our feature story of the day. And that's not according to JV. That's according to Standard Chartered Bank, major banking institution over there in Europe. Primary shareholder, BlackRock. That's their projection. They believe it'll happen while Trump is in office, which means by the year 2028. Just FYI. Let me know if you agree, disagree. $500 or $500,000 biddy. Who knows? We can hit 500,000 this year. My base case is 420. Of course, I am base, but it is what it is. My bull scenario is 1.1 mil. Max Kaiser's projecting 2.2 million as his target, and my bear scenario is a 222. Shout out Fresh 6. What up, JB? Do you still have the uncensored Rumble talk? Seems like I'm always censored talk here on YouTube. Thank you for the reminder. We haven't did an uncensored Rumble exclusive there. I've just been keeping it running on YouTube for whatever reason, but I've been speaking openly regardless because, you know what I mean? So I still feel I can speak freely at this moment. Appreciate the super. But we will eventually get back to exclusive Rumble chat, like, you know, uncensored JV, where I don't got to worry about the lizard folk over on YouTube. But for the most part, I've been pretty open here. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? They terminate my channel for the 9th time, and then we just continue on X or Rumble and all other platforms that aren't as censored. We know YouTube censorship gets out of control. So, yeah, my apologies if your chat gets censored automatically. It's nothing to do with me or the mods. Oftentimes, you just can't say certain words or certain things. YouTube is crazy like that. But that's why we also stream live on X and Rumble. So, what ultimately means you can go to Rumble to watch and participate there and not have to worry about the censorship. But hopefully that answers your question, though, broski. And thanks for the reminder. Good morning, everyone. Smash the like. Shout out Dwight. What to do? Village pillagers in the building. We're pillaging the biddy. 623 people on the live stream. Shout out to everyone joining us. Another fantastical day. Happy hump day. February 5th. I mean, it was crazy. I think we broke 100,000 during yesterday's stream, I think, with the news of the crypto czar. But then after the actual speech, the market started going back down, ironic enough. So maybe, I mean, it was all priced in there. But anyways, they didn't really make any big announcement other than we're entertaining the strategic Bitcoin reserve because that's what Trump wants. And that was pretty much the terminology used. They didn't say, we're doing it. They just ultimately said, we're looking into it. Whatever that means, we're looking into it. What'd Yoda say? There's do or do not. There is no in between, Trump. You either do or you don't. What's this looking into? What's there to look into? For Christ's sake. Good morning, brother. If the YouTube censor bot hits you, there won't be a trace of it in the chat. If a mod blocks you, you'll see the YouTube username of the chat, but a message saying you were blocked or timed out. Great point there, Greg. Shout out to our moderators, Serge, Greg, Dankness, the Oracle, Melda, and the rest of the fam. 2.2 million in play. With those three dudes, we can be happy it did not go to 70,000. 70 G's, baby. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what three dudes you're even referring to, though. But whatever. Yeah, man. But let's continue with the news. We still got a lot to share, broskies. Next headline. Let's break her down after the freeze frame, of course. Rainforest Foundation, U.S. NGO, plans a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Send it. Strategic Bitcoin reserves and Bitcoin-based treasuries are all the rage these days as 14 states, the U.S. government, El Salvador, and other countries, and a handful of the banks and corporations have publicly announced or proposed plans to launch reserves, strategic Bitcoin reserves, that is. While the reasons for creating the Bitcoin-backed treasuries are many, the Rainforest Foundation U.S. is creating one with the goal of tripling its operating budget and its rainforest conservation efforts over the next decade. Let's go. Host of the Agenda podcast, Jonathan DeYoung, spoke to Rainforest Foundation U.S. Executive Director Suzanne to learn more about its goal of raising 100 Bitcoin, which is roughly 10 million at 100,000 per biddy, as well as to explore the NGO's 37-year history of helping indigenous peoples in South America protect their ancestral land rights in the rainforests of Peru, Brazil, and Guyana. That's what's up. And when asked about the reasons for forming the Bitcoin Treasury, called the Treasury for the Trees, she said the Rainforest Foundation wants to raise the equivalent of its $10 million 2024 annual budget, as the NGO had realized that the cash in our bank account is just losing value, hence the melting ice cube effect. Quoting her here, with inflation and dollar debasement, the money that the people have given us that we are holding in a reserve is losing value. We were inspired by looking at the companies, particularly, of course, MicroStrategy and other for-profit companies that are looking at adding Bitcoin to the treasury. So we wanted to take that model to the nonprofit sector. Bitcoin for the nonprofits. Winning. Regarding the timing of the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve launch, she said, we just think with the market cycles with Bitcoin, it makes sense to do it now. I agree. Now is the time. At this point in the halving cycle, it looks like there could be a potential for a lot of appreciation this year. So we wanted to launch at this point. Regulatory changes and obviously the price action, we just saw this as an important moment to launch as soon as possible. Most of the proposed Bitcoin strategic reserves have stipulations that the acquired Bitcoin cannot be spent for a specific number of years, or in the case of the U.S., redemption can only be used to pay down the national debt. The Rainforest Foundation Bitcoin Treasury differs in that collected funds would be used for the organization's various initiatives all across South America. She also said the foundation's tutorial monitoring work at the community level in Peru costs $2 an acre per year. So with one Bitcoin donation, you can help support local communities protecting 50,000 acres for 1 year. I got one word that comes to mind: ayahuasca. Broski, the rainforest. Let's go. And additional information for the NGO website details the $147 worth of the Bitcoin provides satellite monitoring for 50 acres of rainforest. You hear the chairman of the SEC going wild downstairs? Nippinators growling and everything. I wonder if the lizard folks, I wonder if Gary is up to something. Warren. Somebody check on Elizabeth Warren. Anyways, yeah, I mean, so for a very small donation, you can help protect a lot of the indigenous people's lands. I'm all for that. It sounds pretty awesome. She said the Rainforest Foundation U.S. differs from other NGOs and charities that have the tendency to be more land conservation focused than people focused by supporting indigenous people on the front lines of rainforest protection and by standing in solitary. And those who call the rainforest home, the Rainforest Foundation U.S. uses funds to support the international, local, indigenous teams by strengthening organizations and providing legal, technical advocacy support for the indigenous people, ancestral land rights, and the environmental conservation. And quoting them again here, all of our work is done in partnership with the indigenous peoples and the indigenous partners that we work with. A lot of times what we do is co-create projects and then we take as an organization for try to the funding. We don't have to come in with an agenda. We always work with partnerships with not just consultation, but partnership with the communities. Well, that's important. We got to do what's in the best interest of the people, especially if that's their home, in which it is. Shout out to the indigenous tribes across South America, across Central America, across Puerto Rico, and across the land. You feel me? But anyways, welcome everyone to the live stream. What it do? We got 700 people here live and in the flesh. 3 dudes from the conference yesterday. Oh, the Johnny Sachs guy. I feel you. I guess Trumpster, Sachs, and what was it? Howard Lutnick from Cantor Fitzgerald. Was that the Holy Trinity? Sideways is static. I mean, sometimes it is a little static, but sometimes we keep it illmatic. Sometimes we keep it stillmatic. It depends on the day. Welcome, everyone. What it do? Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm going to check the X feed again, yo. Thank you, Serge, on the reposts, the comments. We live. You put today, though, CCA family. Is that like the California family? I know you meant CNA, though, so it's all good, brother. But just funny. All in on the biddy for the next 4 years. Why so bearish? Why only 4 years? Why wouldn't you be all in for life? Fair question. Please don't tell me you plan on selling for fiat in 4 years. Like you got a 4-year hodl plan and then off the fiat, the inferior fake money. It's like, is it ever advantageous to trade fake money for the most pristine, perfect money ever created? Probably not a good idea. But you catch my drift. Some people are like that. I'm going to hodl for 2 years. The next 3 years, I'm all in. No, get all in now. Remain all in. And continue to build your generational wealth for your future families to come. That's what we're doing here in the Biddy Kingdom, that is. Facts. Shout out Cosmocom. Yeah, 4 years isn't long. Before you know it, 4 years come and go. I mean, I've been in Bitcoin now, 2017. So 8 years. So it goes by fast, broskies. A 4-year cycle comes and goes like that. And remember in high school, 4 years was a lifetime. Freshman, sophomore, junior. Can't wait till I'm a senior. But it felt like 30 years. And then as you progressively get older, time just flies. And it's like 4 years, I can do that in 4 days. HODL the superior asset. Exactly. Yo, JB and fam, buying the dip every day is below 100. Feel so poor now, but it will feel so good soon. It's okay to be fiat poor and sat rich. You know what I mean? Perfectly fine. You're doing the right thing. Use your fiat for your bills. Excess fiat, convert it to the hardest money known to mankind. We call it Bitcoin, right? Simple. Any excess money, convert it to Bitcoin. Treat Bitcoin as your piggy bank. It's the greatest piggy bank technology that ever exists. It'll exponentially grow over time. And if you don't take out the profits, you'll get true exponential growth. And that's when in 4 to 8 years, you're going to have a fantastic, reserve. Sideways equals accumulation and or consolidation is a good thing. Let the oscillator indicators cool off for the spring, for the tension, for the next run. Tell him, Greg. That's what I'm saying.
Auto gang, hear them roar. Peanut Fred, hear them roar. Candy 10, hear a roar. Paper, hear a roar. JV, hear a roar. Nipsey, hear him roar. CNA family, hear them roar. Satoshi, hear him roar. Ross, hear him roar. Bitcoin kids, hear them roar. Wise owls, hear them warn. Bitcoin, watch it soar, soar, soar. Going, we've won this war. 2024, we don't slay dragons. We are dragons that slay. It's the Bitcoin way. It's the Bitcoin slang. It's the Bitcoin play. Do yourself a favor, listen to what we say. Dragon power, rocket power, Bitcoin power, unstoppable, unbreakable,
Unstoppable, unbreakable, immutable, unconfiscatable, impregnable. All of the above for 200. Alex, put that on Jeopardy. Anyways, welcome everyone joining us. We're jamming out to the Chandy Jams. Hear them, Chandy. Hear her roar. Paper. Hear her roar. Yeah, yo. But man, welcome everyone. 4 years is a vacay. Exactly. 4 years is a vacay in Bitcoin country. That's what I'm trying to say, broskies. Remember 5 days ago, Bitcoin closed the highest ever monthly candle. That's right. First monthly candle closed above 100 G's, broskies. So let's not get it twisted. Let's hit the gong, and any evil forces, let's send them back where they came from. Hell. How about that? And we'll send Bitcoin where it belongs. $1 million. And that's bearish. Send her to 1 million, please. But anyways, next story of the day. family. We're going to discuss Ohio senator introduces the state's second Bitcoin reserve bill. As you can see on your screen, Ohio lawmaker introduced a second bill to allow the state to invest in the Biddy to create local reserve of the crypto. Ohio Senate Bill 57, referred to as the Final Institutions Insurance and Technology Committee for January 29th, authorizes the state treasurer to invest state funds solely into the Bitcoin to create the Ohio Bitcoin Reserve Fund. It requires Bitcoin investments to be held for at least 5 years and mandates secure custody solutions for holding the asset. Ohio Senator Sandra O'Brien introduced the bill Jan 28th and wrote that the crypto world is here. Ohio needs to be the leader. Crypto will be the major part of the President Trump term. When his working group issues recommendations, Ohio will be ready. Donald Trump signed the executive order, as you know, Jan 23rd, establishing a crypto working group to evaluate, amongst other things, potentially creating a national digital asset stockpile. The Ohio bill also requires state entities and government agencies to accept crypto for payments, including taxes, fees, fines, and other government charges. However, you hodl your Biddy, and when you got to pay those taxes, use the dirty fiat money, family. I'm just saying. It also stipulates that when agencies receive crypto, they must convert it to the Biddy and transfer it to the reserve. It also establishes a process for Ohio residents, state agencies, state universities to donate the Biddy to the fund, and allows the treasurer to create a recognition program for significant donors. The SB 57 is one of the many Bitcoin-related bills to be proposed in the state. In December, Ohio House Republican leader Derek Merrin introduced the HB 703, the Ohio Bitcoin Reserve Act, which would give the state treasurer the option to allocate the Biddy to a reserve fund. Quoting them here, the U.S. dollar is being rapidly devalued, and our state treasurer should have the authority and the flexibility to invest in the Biddy when determining the proper asset allocation. September, Ohio Senator Nuraj introduced a bill allowing the state to accept the crypto for the payment for the taxes and the fees. The number of the U.S. states proposing crypto investment bills is adding up. Late January, Utah House Committee passed a bill that would allow the state to invest a portion of the public funds into the crypto. And Ohio is among just 12 U.S. states that have proposed bills. I think it's up to 15 now, just FYI, giving the local treasuries permission to buy the crypto assets. And 2 more, Arizona and Utah, have bills that are in the progress, according to the Bitcoin Reserve Monitor, as you can see right here live on your screen. And there you have it, Biddy Broskies. I mean, let me know your thoughts with the adoption as the game theory and the hash wars continue to play out across the globe. Just remember 5 days. Yeah, exactly, Greg. Figured out what went wrong. I figured out I went the wrong route, so I got with JV and the Biddy fam and went all out. Exactly, Sammy G. And the combination made my funds bleed. Great to hear that, Sammy. Smash the likes over here, broskies. Hopefully you guys are gaining value out of today's stream. This for entertainment purposes only. FYI, there's never investment advice given on the show. If you're seeking investment advice, the government allows Jim Cramer to be that go-to guy. He's the guy. You take the investment advice from him. He must have a license to give investment advice. He just, granted, he never gets it right, but I mean, inverse Cramer is a real thing. So for what it's worth, just note, never investment advice on this show, ever, never once. Not even when I read the comments, nobody gives investment advice. Only Jim Cramer and Peter Schiff. Those are the go-to guys. That's what the government wants us to listen to, Jim Cramer and Peter Schiff. Oh, well, they must know what they're talking about. Oh, man. I'm stacking XLM. That's Stellar Lumens, right? TCG. What about the Biddy? You stacking the Biddy? No diddy. And we got 2 more stories to share with you. Our next story, we're going to discuss the Bitcoin Reserve Review, the big news with the crypto czar David Sachs yesterday making the announcement. And then we'll discuss Standard Charter predicts Bitcoin hitting 500,000 per coin while Trump is in presidency, which ultimately means by the year 2028. I'll break down the math and how they came up with that number. And then we'll flip it and we'll do some live Q&A. And if we get closer to 100 Gs, we'll flip it to a pump watch. But let's see. Last 2 days, we went green and we pump washed it up. What do we call the shit coins? Shitcoin. Yeah, so anything not Bitcoin is considered a shitcoin. Even Ethereum, the largest shitcoin by market cap, is still a shitcoin. So if you really fathom, even Ethereum's a shitcoin, yeah, there's not a finite limited supply. It's infinity. If you go to CoinMarketCap and you click on Ethereum and you look at the tokenomics, you see the maximum supply there could ever be is the infinity sign. What's the difference between a digital dollar and Ethereum? Not much. Ethereum Foundation, maybe, who is controlled by the U.S. government. Do you really trust Vitalik, who picks his nose, wipes it on the wall, and eats it during his live streams? Is this the guy we're building the financial backbone of America on? Ethereum, Trump? Seriously? It's mind-boggling what's really going on behind the scenes, in my humble opinion, but I digress. There is no second best. You feel me? Shitcoin equals war. Yeah, so if Ethereum's a shitcoin and it has an insane market cap, in fact, let me just go to it right now. Let me go back to coin. Let me show you something, broskies, just for those that don't know, because you don't know what you don't know. Here's coin market cap, right? We're going to scroll down to Ether, second largest crypto by market cap, the biggest shitcoin there is. It currently has a $330 billion market cap. We're going to click on it. And we're going to scroll down. And you can see the circulating supply. There's 120.52 million ETH currently. You see on the left. Let's scroll down some more. See where it says, I think it's coming up. I think they updated their thing here. What do I click on? Okay, here we are. Notice where it says right next to the 120.5 million total supply. What does the max supply say? You notice a symbol? What does that symbol represent? It means fucking infinity. Infinity. How are we building America on Ethereum? Why is Ethereum the chosen coin thus far for Trump? Just based on his actions, not verbally. He verbally speaks very highly of Bitcoin, but his actions show Ethereum, his son's Ethereum, all the buys, Ethereum. Even the Bitcoin they bought wasn't real Bitcoin. It was wrapped Bitcoin on the Ethereum network. How are we going to have the backbone of America's financial built on something with a infinite supply? Just use your common sense, broskies. It's because they want to be able to control and manipulate it. What other logical reason is there? I shared a meme the other day. You know, the infamous meme where Barron Trump is whispering into his father's ear because, you know, he's the young one and he's the, you know, telling Trump what to do kind of meme. Well, I wrote something which I believe is true. I wrote, Michael Saylor was right, father. Michael Saylor was right. There is no second best. Bitcoin is the only one we can't control. Are you starting to see the bigger picture? It's the only cryptocurrency they have no control. Can they manipulate it through BlackRock and whale? Yeah. Can they control it? No. There's a finite limited supply. Don't you find that interesting? ETH is the digital dollar. That's what I'm saying. It reminds me of the digital dollar. It's been all downhill since proof of work to proof of stake. The main characteristic of hyperinflation happens suddenly at night, so don't panic when the Bitcoin or gold falls. This is the insurance for the wealth. I hope he comes on today and says, sell your biddy in the XRP, says the VZ. Infinite supply. I mean, what can go wrong there? And you saw what happens when the market crashes, Ethereum go down 20%. How are we building an infrastructure on Ethereum? No scarcity at all. Zero. Nothing. Nada. Zilch. There's a reason. Lost in the ether is a phrase. Exactly. Whoop, whoop. To that, JV. Word. I'm not watching none of that shit. I used to like football, but it's rigged. Yeah, sports are rigged, unfortunately, fellas. Hate to say it to you. I know the fans get so much into... What does sports really do? It divides the people to hate each other just because it's a different city and a different team. Almost every football game, there's like a fight in the crowd. It's like sports, granted, they're great for competition and it has a lot of positives. Playing sports, watching sports at home and TV, dividing people, satanic rituals. Come on now, broskies. Think outside the box a little bit. That's not benefiting you in any way, shape, or form watching TV. Am I right or am I right? I just don't understand how someone can just sit there for 4 hours and watch a football game. I did that when I used to watch Monday Night Football when I was in 6th grade and played football. Not as an adult. I have 100 other things more important to do. Walk my dog. Work out. You know what I mean? Do something productive for my business. Do something for my daughter. There's a million more things more important than watching football with 10 million other people or 100 million, however many people are tuned in. But I get it. If you're a fan, I get it. I'm just saying. I'm ranting. It's okay to rant, right? Okay. JV, with the institutional backing, do you think when Bitcoin does its normal sell-off, will be just as aggressive as in the past cycle? Yes, until we're shown otherwise. So that's my answer. WWE wrestling is the only real... Exactly. If it's not WWE, it's fake. Just like Jake Paul's boxing fights, they're rigged. They're private contracts. You couldn't tell Mike Tyson was holding back, biting his fucking glove throughout the entire fight. Like, this motherfucker. How to knock him out. The game is rigged, fellas. The game is rigged. The only thing not rigged at this point is Bitcoin. Every altcoin is rigged. The meme coins are rigged. Sorry, Melania coin. Sorry, Trump coin. All rigged. Anyways, let's get into our feature story of the day. I'll take a sip of the water. Cheers, fam.
Undefeatable, competent, and capable. Loving and unchainable. Passionate and untamable. What a beautiful bitty high ride. 2024.
Yeah, and actually, I don't know what time Super Bowl is, but we do have our excursion, our boat snorkeling tour on that Sunday. I think we get back to the marina at 6:30, Serge. So if you're a football fan, you probably have enough time to still watch the game. And not like people can't pull out a phone and watch anything they want at any time, anywhere. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it happens to be on that Sunday, right? This Sunday coming up. Preach! A depressing chart for the ETH fans. ETH Bitcoin daily ever since September 22nd when the ETH switched from the proof of work to the proof of stake. A meteoric plunge into the abyss. Exactly, broskies. To the depths of hell. Well, at least it's been rigged for my favorite team. Well, some of you get lucky. Yeah, some of you get lucky. You won't miss anything. Halftime is Kendrick Lamar. Perfect. We'll tune in just for Kendrick. I'm a fan. I like Kendrick. They not like us. We not like them. Big government. Anyways, 3:30, so it's an early game. Well, that's Pacific. I think that's 6:30 Eastern, no? Well, actually, I'm in Puerto Rico time. I think I'm 4 hours different than Pacific. So 3:30 Pacific, I think, is 7:30 my time. So yeah, I think we'll be back way before it even begins. I am a major boxing fan. I would love to fight Jake Paul, make it happen. I'm a big boxing. Combat sports is my shit. That's the one thing I watch. Every once in a while, there's a pay-per-view card, UFC. I put on the projector downstairs. But I'm not just watching it sitting. I'll work out as I'm watching it or do something productive. I just don't understand just sitting and doing nothing. That doesn't register in my brain. Like, I got to be doing something productive, whether it's stretching or yoga. I got to do something as I'm being entertained. I can't just entertain myself and do nothing. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe I don't know how to relax. I don't know. But I got to do something productive. It's in my nature. It's in my DNA. Whatever it is. Maybe it's fucking on Twitter looking for some latest news for you guys to share. But I'm doing some. You know what I mean? But anyways, yeah, bro, I saw that Mike Tyson was biting his gloves, letting him do what he was doing. It was a humiliation. Yeah, I saw the assless chaps at the end, bro. I mean, what kind of shit is this? And that's why he was speaking my language. It's sad, brother. It's sad. I'm a major boxing fan, and I was going to be a boxer. My mom told me she'd kick me out. I was raised on it. Well, your mom did the right thing. Trust. It's a brutal fucking sport. I know. My best friend, professional boxer. And when I was in high school, he was already professionally boxing. Lots of brain damage, brother. I wouldn't recommend boxing to my worst enemy. There's a small group of people that end up becoming Canelo or Mike Tyson, but it's so fucking rare. Trust that. Like, your mom made the right choice there, brother. But don't get me wrong, I love boxing. I love what it represents. And I just love the training. Like, you know what I mean? I used to train with though I never did boxing professionally, I'd always go train with him 3 days a week and run the 5 miles, do the jump rope. I'm into training. I love training. But doing that for a profession, it's fucking brutal. So brutal. Adrenaline is in my DNA. When I get pissed off, I like to fight. I'd fight Jake for free. If you're watching, Jake, Granted, I will get my ass kicked. I'm not going to pretend I'm a great fighter, especially when I don't train. He would destroy me, but it would be entertaining, and I'd be willing to step up for free. So if you're listening, Jake, if you want another W on your record, call me. You'll get the win, I'm pretty sure. But I will try. I'm not just going to like bite my glove and pretend I can't hit you. I'm going to still try to do what I can do. You know what I mean? But anyways, I'm 47 years old, 220 pounds, with almost an 80-inch reach. I bet you I could kick his ass. Hey, I don't doubt you, brother. I do not doubt you. I'm only 135 pounds, so keep it 100. You put me in the ring with a 200-pound real fighter, I'd get knocked the fuck out, like Smokey would say in Friday. You know what I mean? I got to go against like the lightweights. They're quick as fuck too, man. Whew. Especially here in Puerto Rico. Yeah, man, went up against some of the biggest, toughest Mexicans you could imagine in my town. He has a Golden Gloves champion. Couldn't get past my jab. He hit like Mike Tyson. Damn. But anyways, I'm ranting here. Let's get to our feature story of the day. We got 900 people on the live stream. We're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Let's get ready to rumble. Now for our featured story of the day. As the headline reads, Bitcoin price will rise to $500,000 per Bitcoin before Trump leaves office, which means by the year 2028, according to Standard Chartered Bank. Primary shareholder BlackRock, FYI, if you don't know, now you know. The British multinational bank Standard Chartered predicts that Bitcoin will soar to $500,000 before Trump leaves office as president of the U.S. This price increase, the bank believes, will come as a result of a friendlier regulatory environment and greater access to the asset. What does that mean? Now that Gensler went home and got his shine box, Bitcoin can shine. Let's go. Standard Chartered believes that Bitcoin will hit $200,000 per coin this year, 2025, steadily increasing to $300,000 per coin next year in 2026. Extended bull run scenario. $400,000 by 2027. Hell yeah. And then $500,000 in 2028. So I guess they're ultimately predicting a 4-year bull run. Send it. When it believes Bitcoin will plateau finally in the next year. So I guess they believe it will plateau then. So be it. Bitcoin's currently at around 98 at the time of the live stream, so a 43% increase from its price of 68.8 before Trump secured the electoral victory in November. It's crazy to even fathom that. We were 68 G's back in November, just a few months ago, broskies. So yeah, Standard Chartered's prediction of 500 G's would be a 407% increase from this position. In this scenario, Bitcoin would have a market cap of $10.5 trillion, likely surpassing Apple and Microsoft in the process. And at this price, it would also account for roughly half of gold's current. Damn, is the gold market cap that high now? It's climbing. $19.4 trillion. Let's go. I think there will be a great flippening, and I do believe Bitcoin could be multi-millions by that time. The primary reason the Standard Chartered believes the Bitcoin has room for growth is due to the increase in investor access following the January 2024 introduction of the Bitcoin ETFs. As you know, January 11th of 2024, 11 ETF spots for the Bitcoin went live in the United States of America, and now BlackRock has like 5% of the circulating supply. Just like that. And they had zero. So thank you, Larry Fink, for pumping the bags. I'm just saying. Now go home and get your shine box there, Larry. And quoting Geoff Kendrick of Standard Chartered, he says the ETFs have attracted a net $39 billion of inflows thus far this year. Since the inception last year. Supporting the theory of the pent-up demand is being unleashed by the increased access. Send it. Kendrick, and we're not talking Lamar, adds that the U.S. regulatory environment is getting friendlier and friendlier now that Gary is out. The repeal of the staff accounting bulletin. No more war on crypto. Thank you. Thank you for that. The guidance that required the companies to record the digital assets as liabilities. Well, guess what? It's not a liability. It's an asset. Want to know what a liability is? A melting ice cube we call fiat. Take that, lizard folk. Trump's January 23rd order that the administration evaluate a potential national digital asset stockpile is important, as this could encourage other central banks to consider the Bitcoin investments. Just note, Bitcoin existed before the state. Bitcoin separates money from state. Bitcoin kills the state. One of my favorite Max Kaiser quotes, by the way, and it's so motherfucking true. If this starts to come into fruition, Standard Chartered explains that Bitcoin's notorious volatility will temper, which will attract traditional investors that were previously scared of the price swings. If you're scared of the price swings, are you like, some people view volatility as, that's like, I guess it's the propaganda term in the mainstream. But Bitcoin is so volatile. That's why we fucking love it. The volatility is an opportunity. The volatility is the life force. The volatility is fantastic when Bitcoin is up 100 million % since the inception and continues to go up forever, Laura. I welcome the volatility. In fact, I'm not interested in the asset with no volatility. Stablecoin. No, thank you. I prefer Bitcoin. Embrace the volatility, fellas, is all I got to say. As volatility falls, they say, the Bitcoin share of the optimistic 2-asset portfolio of the gold increases. Investor access and lower the volatility should lead to the price appreciation for the longer term as the portfolios continue to move towards their optimal logical state. And there you have it. And if you don't know, now you know, crypto bros. Come on now. Nippinator's back in the house, new chairman of the SEC. He just went and got Gary, put him in his own place. That's what's up, Nippinator. You're doing God's work. We appreciate you. The war on crypto is over. Send this message to Liz Warren and her lizard bosses. You feel me? We're coming for you next. And Mr. Gates, if you're watching, Billy Gates, go F yourself. Stop trying to convince the population of anything you're doing. Please. You're making a fool of yourself. We're on to your game. Nippinator's on to you. And this mofo likes to attack when you least expect it. He looks all fluffy and friendly, but trust, you heard him barking earlier? He's not playing games. This chairman means business. And I'll leave you at that. Welcome everyone to the Q&A segment of the live stream. Shout out to the Nippinator. Let's see if we get the Nippinator indicator. See how he's like sniffing his own paw? That's an advanced technique. Yep. He just keeps it there. It's like a salute. The soldiers do that in the military. Same thing. That's Nippinator's salute to the Bitcoin bros, of course. He says, I got your back, Bitcoin bros. Salute. Paw. Pause. And he just keeps it there. Incredible Nip. Incredible. Just a reminder, fam, I'm going to be streaming till the top of the hour. And then I got to go pick up my daughter from choir. And then I plan on going back to the event I was at this morning. The Build Here event at La Concha Renaissance in Condado, Puerto Rico. And reminder, just 3 more days until the 100K Bitcoin Fiesta. There's literally only 1 ticket left. So if you're interested in it, final ticket. VIP sold out, so VIP day is sold out, but there's 1 general admission ticket left. It's $197 if you'd like to attend. It includes food, drinks, gifts, and it's going to be a fantastic time, a once-in-a-lifetime experience, so I'm very excited for that. Hello, JV. Looking strong. Thank you, broski. When 100K? I predict later today. That's my prediction. JV closing strong. Got to close strong these days, broskies. 1 ticket left for Gensler. Oh, no. Gensler, do not buy the ticket. No. I actually gave the attendee list to the venue today, but there's still 1 ticket left. So, if you don't know now, you know. In fact, I'd be willing to gift that ticket to someone here, but you'd have to prove that you'll be here. I don't want to gift the ticket to someone who just wants a free ticket that's not going to get here, because obviously the commitment is getting on an airplane and actually coming here. If there's someone here who is fully committed to attending, I'm willing to gift that final ticket. But you have to promise me you're going to show up. I'd hate to gift it for no reason when I can sell it. So, what do you think Saylor has in store for MicroStrategy earnings call? Seems to be bogging it up. Something big, or he wouldn't be hyping it up. Honestly, I don't know. Maybe he'll be like, yeah, we're going to do a $40 billion purchase. We converted the convertible stock. We did the Bitcoin alchemy. We pulled the rabbit out of the hat. We performed the witchcraft. Everything's phenomenal. We're going to dump $40 billion into Bitcoin this week. I mean, I don't know. It's like, just when you think the Giga Chad can't get any more bullish, he surprises us all. All of us. We're in shock. I'm driving with the phone in my other hand. You're cracking me up. I don't even know what I'm saying. That's funny, but I'm glad you're entertained. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Thank you, Ashley. I think you're awesome as well. Volatility is a feature, not a bug. Precisely. Did you speak yet at the event today? No, I was invited to speak, but honestly, I didn't speak. I had an opportunity to. The host is phenomenal. She's very nice. And she said next year we're going to do it's going to be a multi-day event, and we'll have a Bitcoin day, and I'll be doing something special for everyone there. But this was kind of like more last minute. I was invited, and I just wanted to show support, and I had the opportunity, but I respectfully declined. I mean, there's plenty of speakers there as it is. It's a big event over there. So yeah, so the tickets for my event, there's only one general admission ticket left. It's only $197. So it's very affordable. It includes, obviously, entrance into the venue for networking and partying, and it includes your food and drinks and gifts. We're given some gifts that are pretty nice. I think everyone are going to appreciate. And we also have a professional photographer, and I do plan on sharing all the photos, all the professional photos we'll share with our guests. So you guys have awesome photos. It's oceanfront biddy vibes, so it's going to be phenomenal. It'll be a great time. Mark my words. You guys are going to wish you were there once you see what you missed. Tickets are really low. Yeah, we made it as affordable as possible. It costs a lot more money to put on the event than what we recoup from selling tickets. Just leave it at that. But it's all for the fun. I mean, this is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. So I'm very excited and honored to even be hosting an event and to have literally however many, 20-something people hopping on an airplane and flying down to celebrate with me, and our fam and Chandy and Serge and Fax. I mean, that touches my heart. So I'm honored, in all honesty. Have you heard the elite buy unregistered Bitcoin and ETH not to push the price up? It's criminal, drug traffickers, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance. Yeah, that's precisely what they do. The dip is caused by Japan increasing the interest rate and the tariff increase. This will pass. It's going up forever, Laura. I thought the feature story was David Sachs' new conference. Did I skip a story? I thought we touched upon it. Maybe I did skip it. I don't even know. Maybe my format was messed up and I skipped it. I don't even remember. But yeah, there was a headline I supposed to have read for you that is Bitcoin Reserve Review is top priority for Sachs. You're right. I probably just fucking skipped it because I've been ranting like a mofo today. Do you guys want me to get into that story as a bonus? My apologies. Did not intend to skip it. I guess I really did. So you let me know. If you want me to read you some of the highlights of that story, I'll read it. So we still got plenty of time. I plan on being here till the top of the hour. How much is a plane ticket from Seattle? I don't know. Go look on Expedia, broski. Maybe $200, but maybe if it's last minute, it's going to be more. That's why I was hoping everyone get their ticket well in advance. But you never know. You may find a good flight, very inexpensive, and show up. I mean, like I said, if anyone is can promise you're going to be there, I'd give you the ticket. I just want to bless somebody because you guys have been blessing me. So thank you guys. I'll tell my wife right now, let's go. I don't have 2 tickets. Keep it 100. I only have 1 more ticket. I mean, bonus content. You got it, Knoxville. JV is hosting this event for the people, not for profit. Respect, brother. Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, we charge ticket prices to try to recoup some of the money because I have to pay it up front, obviously. And then I recoup on the back end what I can. But VIP Day helps me a lot as well, obviously, because the event itself, to put on an event is not cheap. It's not sponsored by anyone. It's just me throwing a party, really. And so obviously it comes out of my pocket, but it's all good. I'm very grateful. We even got 20 something tickets sold from all over the world. So kudos to you guys. But yeah, as a bonus, let's do that, yo. Let's fucking do it. Let me get back to the screen here. I think I skipped this story. Headline reads, Bitcoin Reserve Review is top priority for the Trump administration. According to the Crypto Czar, David Sachs. And hopefully you guys actually watched that speech. And I'm just going to read you the highlights. Here's what he said verbatim. One of the things that the president instructed us to do was to evaluate the idea for the Bitcoin Reserve. So that is one of the first things we are going to look at as part of the internal working group of the administration. So as soon as we get all that set up, we are still waiting for some cabinet secretaries who are on the working group to get confirmed. So we are still in the very early stages of this, but that is one of the first things we're going to look at. It is the feasibility of the Bitcoin Reserve. I think the concept of the sovereign wealth fund is a little separate. So he's ultimately saying the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve is a separate thing, and they're looking into the feasibility, which again is kind of like, it's not saying that we're doing it, it's saying we're entertaining it. Ultimately, they're looking into it. And on the campaign trail, Trump said his administration would stop selling its trove of seized Bitcoin. That's a step in the right direction. Unlike the Biden administration, who has been dumping all the biddy to ultimately tank the asset. And then there's a new proposal from Republican Senator Bill Hagerty calling the Guiding Establishing National Innovation of the U.S. Stablecoins Act, aiming to clearly define stables and require issuers to provide audited reports that meet the capital reserve requirements. But there's your bonus story, and my apologies for skipping that. Was not my intent. Someone pooped in my Wheaties. Oh no, Sasquatch, do not eat the poop Wheaties. Trust me, you don't want that. Thank you, VZ. Right back at you, brother. Damn, you have 2 left. I would do this. There's literally just 1 left. I mean, MicroStrategy is now Strategy B. Word. I would love to take my wife to this. We need to unleash, but you only have 1 ticket. Cry face. Yeah. I mean, it puts me in a rough patch. I mean, there's always a possibility one person doesn't show up and I can gift another ticket, but I can't make any guarantees. You know what I mean? I like to assume everyone who purchased the ticket is going to show up. And I don't want to be in a position where it's like I don't have enough items or gifts, or it just puts me in a weird position. You know what I mean? Cyrate told the venue how many people we had confirmed and that kind of stuff. It's a small group. But it's a great group. It's the perfect group. You know what I mean? Tell your wife you need a getaway and she needs to stay home and watch the kids. Or, I mean, you can bring the wife to Puerto Rico on the vacay and you just show up at the event. Your wife can stay at the hotel. Oh, man. But I'd feel bad you didn't bring your wife anyway. So, yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Bro, if you had 2 left, I'd do it. I believe you, and respect, brother. I appreciate the commitment. Respect. My day is about to get good. My medication is here. Word. I hope we go down to 90,000. I've got 5,000 on the side waiting if it does. Dry powder, says VZ. It's a buying opportunity. Yeah, let's play some motherfucking music videos, shall we? As you know, 3 days until 100K, Bitcoin Fiesta. So let's play some Shandy Jams and chillax. Oh my God, I had the volume at only 75 this entire stream. I forgot to put it up yesterday. It should have been this loud the entire time. You guys didn't say nothing. You didn't notice the volume was 25% down to what it usually is? Shit. Did not intend that, but apparently it still works and you guys can hear me just fine, but my volume should have been much louder, but I guess you live, you learn. Anyways, my bad. Enjoy this music video from Chandy 10 Music, #1 Bitcoin music channel.
Bring me up, bitty glow. Prize discovery, yeah, let it show. Bang, 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 like a B-52, we built a bitty.
Stacked revolutionary love shack, boo. I'm stacking sats like it's Max and Stacy. Stacking sats cause tax is crazy. I'm stacking sats cause the IMF hates me. Stacking sats cause the haters don't faze me. No Diddy, no Jay-Z. Stacking the biddy like it's Nipsey and JV. Stacking the biddy like it's paper and Chandy. Stacking BTC like caffeine in my canteen. Life is a game of chess that makes biddies the damn queen. Stacking BTC till they cancel me and I can't stream. Like Biggie, it was all a dream. Now the biddy has set me free.
Going, 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 let's biddy up, babe. Bang, bang on the door, baby, never let it fade. Auto house strong, yeah, we built it this way. No one to hold 'em, yeah, we're holding, never folding.
I've always been a rapper, honky cracker, but now I'm a pastor, Bitcoin stacker. Now I'm a master of the Bitcoin standard. Hit 'em up faster than the Bitcoin panda. You can't touch me with your shitcoin flow. Like, do you even Bitcoin, bruh? Let me know. Welcome to the Bitcoin show. Now listen up closely, low-key, stacking BTC like Satoshis. In El Salvador with my Bitcoin broskies, raising up the biddy like Gohan. Living in a huddle house, we're not the pawns.
Going, 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 let's biddy up, babe. Bang, bang on the door, baby, never let it fade. Auto house strong, yeah, we built it this way. No one to hold 'em, yeah, we're holding, never folding.
Bitcoin's dripping like a new Scottie Pippen 80 G's. We're royalty, biddy kings and queens, manifesting the kingdom that's finally come. Playing chess moves, checkmate, we won.
We're raising the roof in El Salvador. Freedom flows, IMF can't hold us no more.
Stacking BTC like Tate versus the BBC. Stacking the biddy like BTC OGs. Stacking BTC on Lightning with no fees. Stacking BTC like Snoop Dogg rolls weed. Stacking BTC like Scarface with a nosebleed. Stacking BTC like Shinobi, nobody knows me. Stacking BTC like everyone owes me. Stacking BTC like Max and John McAfee. Stacking BTC, accumulating sats so rapidly, so happily. Stacking BTC so casually, no casualties of galaxies around Earth fallacies. Stacking BTC on a flat Earth with no gravity. Stacking BTC cause Bitcoin is your majesty.
Going, 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 let's biddy up, babe. Bang, bang on the door, baby, never let it fade. Auto house strong, yeah, we built it this way. No one to hold 'em, yeah, we're holding, never folding.
Bitcoin glow, stack it up, let it show. Price discovery, patience, game on, let's go. Biddy up, Roger out. We're changing the world, there's no doubt. Bitcoin glow, stack it up, let it show. Price discovery, patience, game on, let's go. Biddy up, Roger out. We're changing the world, there's no doubt.
Vibing in the tropics, the air's so sweet. Swaying to the rhythm with the Bitcoin beat. JV's on the court, he's calling the plays. Me and Serge ballin', winning all day. Starlit sky, strawberry moon, dancing to the whispers of a biddy tune. Thirsty under a Puerto Rican hunger moon.
Libra scales tip to Aquarius charm. It's Bitcoin astrology, we're disarmed. Manifesting lasting connections on this golden shore, this legendary perfection. So good we're craving more.
Doink, doink, give me more.
Coconuts crack, the fire pit's dragging. Flame lit, Spinderella spins and the fam's feeling.
Hot dealers unite, Puerto Rican delight. This is our night, keeping it tight.
Puerto Rico nights under Satoshi skies. Just try to stop this good time.
It's the number 11, won't you come with me to the party, I mean.
No bad wolf's gonna try, but biddy wolves
you can't deny.
From Bitcoin live streams to juicy by the sea wet dreams.
Strawberry goosey,
sexy vacation.
sexcation.
It's an oceanfront kind of ecstasy. It's a 100K moist biddy dream.
Puerto Rico, Bitcoin doing.
This feels right, no diddy. It feels tight, so drippy. I wanna hear you cry out my name. I wanna make you feel the bang bang.
Ding dong on my door. Watch how I answer, I wanna soar.
Puerto Rico nights under Satoshi skies. Just try to stop this good time. bad wolf's gonna try, but bitty wolves
You can't deny.
from Bitcoin live streams to juicy by the sea wet dreams.
Strawberry juicy.
This sexy vacation. It's an
Sexcation.
oceanfront kind of ecstasy. It's a 100K moist bitty dream.
Tell me more, boss man. My bitty king turns me on. Bitcoin. We're rebels, we're dreamers, we're the Bitcoin tribe. Living for the moment, I'm riding the rocket, living the bitty vibe. Bitty chemistry, bitty up, no diddy, get it up. Getting wet with our Bitcoin. Doing, we're going point.
Bam bitty fam.
All right, and now we got the volume back where it belongs. You guys got to tell me next time if the audio is a little low. You got to tell me. But yeah, good to see you, Chandy. Glad you got to pop on. I know you're exhausted, and thank you for getting me the playlist for the DJ. And I know you've been up all night working hard, so much appreciated. Show Chandy some love, and make sure you guys are subscribed to her channel and to her X account. It's Chandy10 Music is the username on both. And yeah, I was watching the comments. Mr. Corvette, if you get your plane ticket, I'm happy to gift you the final ticket, and then I could let everyone know it's sold out because it's the only ticket available. So if you claim it, just let me know and you got it, brother. JV, is that you rapping on the song? No, that's not me rapping on any of the songs. But I wrote the lyrics to the Max and Stacy one, the Stack and Sats like it's Max and Stacy. The bitty one for the party, that was 100% written by Chandy and produced by Chandy, and even the video was 100% produced by Chandy. The Max and Stacy one I co-wrote with Chandy, and I produced the video using the B-roll event footage I captured from being there. And for this party that I'm hosting with Chandy, we're going to have, obviously, we're going to get a lot of new B-roll and future video. You guys get to be in it. You know, if you guys want to be featured in the new video, you got to show up. But it's going to be pretty epic. Such a banger. Glad you dig it. And yeah, I didn't want to go without the wife. She's my better. Completely understand. And I only have one ticket, so it wasn't meant to be for those of you wanting to bring your wife, unless you already got a ticket. You know, a couple tickets did sell out a long time ago, and there's just only so many tickets I can sell. You know what I mean? I don't want to oversell it or anything. So there's literally just one ticket. And like I said, if you want it, Mr. Corvette, just confirm you got your plane ticket, and it's yours, brother. Sold out event in Puerto Rico. Super Puerto Rican here. Oh snap! You're living in Puerto Rico, Mikey? What part of Puerto Rico are you in, brother? Let me know. And welcome everyone joining us. We got about 1,000 people on the live stream. We're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Bitcoin's a correcting. It's the global insurrection against banker occupation. Hang the bankers. We're running out of patience. Start with Jamie Dimon. I'm sick of all his statements. Put that shit up on Netflix. Respect this. Pet rocks on the checklist. Off with his head. Rock that bitch on my necklace. Yeah, man. Welcome, everyone.
Year of the Dragons.
Bang, bang. Thank you so much, Shandy, for the reposts. Is live with the best daily Bitcoin pod. Join JV and the ZNA family. Respect. Can't wait to see you again here in Puerto Rico. I don't know if Sailor made the announcement yet. I don't know what time his conference call is for MicroStrategy. I live in Florida, but go frequently. I'm from Bayamon. You're shitting me. So yeah, the party is like 15 minutes from Bayamon. From San Juan to Bayamon. I'm the Don Juan inside the Don. Live long, get your party on. Little big pun bars for you. Shout out Big Pun. Are you going to live stream some of the party? No. However, every guest is, can take video footage. I think Fax said he was bringing a GoPro. I'm going to be taking footage, but it's not to live stream. I'll take footage so we can make some badass videos to represent the party. And you guys will get to see the videos, but it's not going to be a live stream. That's the most bearish video title I've ever seen. I know, only 500,000. That's probably why no one clicked on it today. We only have 1,000 people on the live stream. Typically, we have 2,000-3,000. Why so bearish? Sorry. That's why I don't like being bearish. Nobody cares. Not my audience, at least. What part of Florida do you live, brother? But small world. Bayamon. Nobody. Did not notice the low volume. Well, it's cool. I just tested it. It's like my volume is so fucking high. I put my volume to the peak before it's distorted, where it's like in the red, like right now. So me dropping my volume 25% just means you turn up your volume 2 clicks extra than normal. So it's not like you guys can't hear me. It's not like my volume's turned off. But when I play the music videos, I always got to drop the volume about 25% so it's not distorted. And I forgot to adjust it back from yesterday's pod. Hence, the volume was lower than usual, but I don't think it affected anything, to be honest. It just means I wasn't at the peak. I was just under the peak. JB, tell me about the watches. Oh, yeah. So the watches, I forget the company that makes the watches, Vigilante, something, Coin Vigilante. So I can't remember the producer of the watches, but those are high-end watches that are custom. Max and Stacy did an over-the-top event, by the way. They gave out $250,000 worth of prizes at their event. And those watches are very expensive. So I don't really know the deets, but they're high-end luxury watches. You can probably tell from the shape of them if you're a watch guy. But they were custom. And that was their first time doing like the custom, those type of watches. They made them exclusively for Max and Stacy. I don't really know the details, or I would give you more. You know what I mean? So I just know they're really high-end watches. They're very expensive. And Max and Stacy are incredible. They gave out so much in gifts. You know what I mean? What's funny is I was going to go without the wife, but then she's like, oh no, I want to go to Puerto Rico. Exactly. You can't leave the wife alone. Smart move, Serge. You just got some brownie points, brother. You just got some brownie points. Yeah, good to know. Good to know. But yeah, I would assume spouses probably not big fans of leaving them when you go on vacay or to party. I mean, it's a party. I mean, the event is a party. So it's like, sorry, I'm leaving you in New York. It's freezing, but I need to go see JV in the warm and celebrate Bitcoin hitting 100,000. Just imagine how the person that gets left behind feels like. Probably even gets the shivery bottom lip. You know what I mean? Not a good look. So smart move. You made an executive decision. Well done, brother. I'm glad she's coming. Your wife is smart and has good taste. I mean, why wouldn't you want to be around the biddy crowd? It's the place to be. The biddy crowd. But anyways, fam, I think I'm going to end the stream. I would flip it to a pump watch, but there's no point because we're dropping, unfortunately. So I will be back tomorrow, same bit time, same bit channel. It'll be an early stream. But because I got to go get my little one, and she has choir practice, and she has a soccer game. Her soccer game, ironic, was during school hours, which is kind of cool. It's kind of gangster. So she got to leave school early on a bus, go play her game, go back to school, and then after school she has choir. And I'm going to go over there. So I appreciate y'all. Hopefully you got some entertainment out of today's stream. Mr. Corvette, if you do book the plane ticket, message me on X, and I will gift you the final ticket because my offer stands. Before it gets sold, if anyone wants it, if you promise to show up by showing me like a plane ticket, you got it. You know what I mean? I'd love to have you here and gift a ticket on behalf of myself and the CNA fam. So if not, all good, but the offer's on the table, brother. And make it a great one, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And thank you, Chandy, for showing up. And yeah, make it a great day. Fam.
Oh, bring me up, bitty glow. Prize discovery, yeah, let it show. Bang, 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 like a B-52, we built a bitty.
Stacked revolutionary love shack, boo.